Hey internet, so today's video is just a theory slash speculation. So first of all,
No touching.
we've been exploring the land since right from the start. We started off on the beach and then we made our way through the different cities, right? Now,
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
it's only when we reach Fontaine when they introduce a true water mechanic. I don't count swimming, we had swimming, but that's not like true diving, right? We've got like the true diving mechanic of underwater exploration. Now, the only lore that we have got for Natlan is the lore. Well, there's technically two pieces of lore. We've got the talking stick lore that mentions that they are in a hot wasteland with some hot springs as well. And we've got some nomads. And they also mention Tupac. Not the singer, but just the dude with the talking stick, I guess. So I'm guessing that is a reference to the singer. Also, it could be a reference to the African nation, from drawing inspiration. Anyways, I digress. So, here's the left field crackpot theory. What if the Fire Nation, literally, so what if they've got air nomads? And yes, I am referencing Avatar, The Last Airbender, but before you say I'm insane, so as you can see, we've got floating islands, right, in Fontaine because of the anti-gravity technology. Now, what if Natlan has floating islands using the same technology because Natlan is on fire and it's a barren wasteland? So the only way for the so-called tribesmen to survive is to lift their villages up onto these islands. And then in order for them to trade, they gotta be nomads, and then they gotta fly around to different villages or different islands. It's just a theory. Now, is that very likely? I wish that was the case, because that'd be so cool. Then we would complete the trifecta. We've got sea exploration, we've got regular land exploration, we've got caves, we've done all that, and now we can soar through the sky and explore through the sky. That'll be great. I don't know, I'm hoping, but we never know. I think maybe toward I mean it's definitely a year away before we even get to see Natlan, because it's what, 4.8 4.9 till we get Natlan, so that's not until May of next year. May or June of next year. So we can probably theorize, well, a lot, but it's a crazy idea. But I would hope that is the case, because what else is there to do in Genshin Impact? We've kind of already done a new gimmick now, so we've done water, we've done land, and we're so sick of the desert and caves. So the only thing left is flying, I guess. Now, of course, how will that work? How will the map work? I think it'll just be levels as well. So they'll just have different levels. So the map will just look like this. So you've got your base level, then you got your top level, mid-level, things like that. I think that's how the map would work for flying a nation as well. I think it can work. Now, there's not much else we can speculate about it. That's just my theory, that we're going to have a fire nation and we're going to have air exploration. We'll find out. So, hot springs, the desert. Be very interesting because, like, we know in chapter 8 we either time travel or we go to Celestia. One of those. So, because in chapter 7 is when we go to Zishnire, and then the whole plot reveals itself. And then, yeah, chapter 8, which is triple question mark, we either travel back in time, or we go to Celestia, or we have to do something, because we, at the end of the story, we meet up with Dainsleif again. Okay, we are totally going off track. We're now speculating about other lore beyond Natlan. So, who knows? Also, maybe they will introduce mounts in Natlan. That's also another speculation. Like, will there be purchasable mounts? Most probably. I hope it's not a gacha mount though. And knowing Hoyoverse, maybe that will be the case. But if it's going to be like an air nation in a fire wasteland, then maybe it's a good way to introduce mounts. Like having a mount that allows you to fly from one island to another island. So instead of like gliding, you just like put your mount in your gadget, you press your Z button or whatever your button on console is, and then like it brings you, like it activates a mount and you can fly. Although that's just wishful thinking. I mean, it's possible, it's an RPG. So, say for example, you got your mount, you press it, and then you just like off flying. Actually, so it would be like a combination of Wanderer, Kazuha, and like maybe Venti. Basically, it fully allows you to control the XYZ Z or Z axis. So
this had better be important.
It allows you to like fully move up, down, left, right. You can move forward, backward, and then you can also dive down as well. So maybe if it does turn out to be correct, like Natlan being an actual air nation instead of fire nation, that'd be interesting. And then having mobility to fly around and move around like different villages and islands, that'll be cool too. But one can only hope. I just hope they don't add like a heat mechanic, like they've got the frost mechanic in Dragonspine, and no one visits Dragonspine, or no one enjoys going to Dragonspine because of that, I guess, DOT, damage over time mechanic. So, I mean, I'm sure there's one person that really enjoys Dragonspine and goes there all the time, but I'm sure a lot of you guys that want to explore don't want to like be burdened by that. Kind of just gives me anxiety, to be honest. Like when you're on a time limit, like you gotta find your treasure chest within a certain time.
Upon the gale.
So yeah, I mean, let us hope that it is an air nation, and let us hope they don't have the dragon spine mechanic, the heat version, I guess. Like, could you imagine having a heat mechanic and like if you don't have a hydro character in your party? So say for example, if you didn't have, so everyone gets a Barber at level 20.
We can do this!
Or the Hydro MC, I guess. So say if you didn't have Barber or Hydro MC, and like you're just dying of thirst from the heat stroke. So like every 10 steps you gotta like use Hydro. That would be super annoying. So like you gotta use an auto attack or like something to splash yourself to keep yourself cool. That would be super annoying. I hope they don't do that. Alright. And there's helicopters. Okay. So I think this is a good time to end the video. Let me know down below in the comments. What do you think? What do you think Natlan will bring to the table? Will they bring us floating islands and mounts? Or am I being too optimistic and it's just going to be just another nation with like a little bit of sprinkle of like new gimmicks and that's it? Alright, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, ring the bell, turn on all notifications. Become a channel member if you want to. Drop a super thanks if you want to. Until next time, see ya.